I want to challenge something most people rarely question. You don't just attract what you want. You attract what you consciously focus on through your thoughts, your words, and your actions. So focus isn't passive, it's directional energy. So every day your mind, body, and emotions and energy field are being trained by what you repeatedly think about, talk about, and act on. And that focus doesn't just shape your personal life, it also influences the emotional and energetic climate around you. Now, right now, that matters more than ever. Your brain is a pattern recognition machine, and it constantly scans your environment looking for evidence that confirms what you already believe. So if your thoughts are repeating things like everything is falling apart, people are selfish, nothing ever works out, your brain immediately goes to work like that search engine looking for proof, looking for the patterns, and it will find it. You start noticing more conflict, more problems, more examples of what is wrong out in the world. Now your nervous system reacts, your body tightens, your emotions shift towards fear, frustration, or hopelessness. Your energy field begins broadcasting that same signal, and soon your words reflect it, your behavior reflects it, and suddenly you're not just observing negativity, you're participating in it. Words are not neutral. Words reinforce your thoughts. Words influence your nervous system. Words shape the emotional field that is around you. So when someone is constantly talking about how terrible everything is, how people can't be trusted, how the world is doomed, their nervous system stays in defense mode. Their body stays tense, their interactions become very guarded, and the people around them will feel that energy. Words shape emotional environments. Now, you can see this when you walk into a room, feel whether people have been feeding the fear or feeding positivity. Now, when we add the modern world into that, with 24-hour news cycles, social media bombarding us, endless streams of outrage and crisis, the human body was never designed to absorb the global chaos all day long. Yet many people now focus on crisis as their daily intake, as their daily habit. They watch it, they talk about it, they repeat it. Every repetition trains the brain to scan for more evidence of the collapse. This doesn't make someone informed. It often simply makes them overloaded and reactive. Their nervous system stays activated. It doesn't get a rest. Their emotional body stays in fear. And fear spreads quickly through groups, through collective, through that combined interaction. Think of your mind like a garden. Every thought is a seed, every word is water, and every action is the sunlight. If you constantly water seeds of fear, blame, and resentment, that garden will grow thick with weeds. Not because the world is terrible, but because that's what you're feeding. You're feeding the crap. But when you deliberately water seeds for like responsibility, courage, solutions, cooperations, we want these seeds to grow instead. Now your brain starts noticing people who are building things, who are helping others, who are fixing problems. They were always there, but your focus now allows you to see them. So imagine believing that the world is full of terrible people. Every interaction becomes a search for proof. That rude cashier confirms it. That bad driver confirms it. A difficult colleague confirms it. Your nervous system stays braced for conflict. But let's shift the focus to some people behave badly, but many people are decent. Notice the difference now. Strangers are holding doors. People are helping each other. Kindness in everyday moments. Now, the world didn't suddenly change. Your focus changed the lens that you're looking through. Now your body can relax because it's no longer tense. Your tone softens. Your interactions improve. Thoughts influence words. Words influence behavior, and behavior shapes outcomes. So when focus stays on what's broken, people withdraw, complain, or criticize. But when focus moves towards possibility, behavior shifts. You contribute more. You speak differently. You interact differently. And that begins influencing your environment. Now, this is how real change spread, not through arguments, but through embodied behavior. People will often say the world feels chaotic right now. And in many ways it is. But chaos spreads when fear spreads. And fear spreads through attention, conversations, and reactions. So when you've got large numbers of people feeding the fear, the emotional climate will intensify. But the opposite is also true. Calm spreads, responsibility spreads, clarity spreads. So when someone holds steadiness in the middle of noise, it shifts the field around them. Your nervous system can become a regulating presence, not just for yourself, but for others. Your focus becomes leadership. From a soul perspective, attention directs your life force. So where consciousness goes, energy flows. What you repeatedly focus on receives your energy. And whatever receives your energy strengthens and grows. Your thoughts, words, and actions are not isolated. They contribute to the energetic atmosphere that we all live in. So here's the challenge. Start paying attention to what you're feeding. Listen to your words, notice your thoughts, and then watch your focus. And then start asking yourself, am I feeding fear? Or am I feeding clarity, responsibility, and possibility? Because your focus isn't just shaping your life. It's influencing the emotions and energetic field around you. And right now, that really matters. I'll catch you on the next video.